I paid $16.23. Gretchen, what were you? Was I drunk? What's going on? Okay, I paid up for those. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter and I'm a reseller online on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Facebook Marketplace. But can you call yourself a reseller if you're not actually selling anything? On Facebook Marketplace, I'm not. eBay is my #1 platform. I'm going to be sharing a thrift haul with you. These are all things that I got at a local thrift store on 50% off day. And this particular haul is going to be accessories, like hats, and I've got one hat, belts, and then shoes. I think this is, rather than like mixing it up, because I did get a whole bunch of other things. I will do that one in a different video, but this one I thought would be good for focusing on those types of things. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I have been reselling since, well, I've been reselling for 20 plus years, but doing it as a hobby mostly. And then in 2020, I started amping up that hobby to earn money for one of those fancy cycling bikes. And then after that, I decided to do it as a side hustle job. And then pretty much this year was the first time I was able to go full time. I'm attempting to go full time. That is my goal. Okay, I've got some belts out. I'm going to start with these. This first one is a Fossil belt. It's going to be on the other page. I've got everything created in Vendoo, which is what I use to publish my listings to all the platforms. And I've got a draft saved for each one of these. I've already looked up things like average sell-through price. Oh my gosh, I need a second cup of coffee. I haven't had that yet. Okay, this is a men's Fossil belt. You can tell it was Fossil because of this, and because of that, and because of this. Now, this silver buckle and everything is pretty well worn. So I don't know if there's really a way to clean that up. So I don't know on this one how well it will do, but it is a nice brown leather belt. I like the weathered look to it. I do like to make sure that there's not too much damage to the holes on belts, This one is genuine leather, size 40. And I'm going to clean it up with some Dr. Martens Wonder Balsam. I don't know what I can do about this buckle, if anything. Probably not anything, but I still thought it was pretty cool. I'm only going to list it for 20 bucks. Not going to go crazy. The ASP is $19. The sell-through rate is low at 8%. I'm going to put here how I calculate sell-through rate. I use eBay's product research tool to get this information for you, and I just got this a couple of days ago, so it should be pretty accurate. My cost of goods was $2.16 for each one of these belts. And the hat, singular. So I don't know, not the greatest one to start with, but it's Fossil. I wanted to see how it would do. When you're talking belts and wallets and bags, Fossil can be pretty good. Okay, so the next one is, I'm just going to pull it out of here. This one is a no brand that I could find, but it is top grain cowhide, and it's a Western belt floral with eagles. Can you see the eagles? I thought this one was really cool with those eagles. It does have more wear here, but none of them are torn. It's just got a regular buckle on it, but this is the kind of belt you could put a nice Western buckle on. I might have to measure some of these if the size is worn off, because I think this is 40, but it's pretty worn off. This one, because of the eagle, I listed it a little bit higher. So I'm gonna list it for 30. The sell-through rate was $24. 21%, and the ASP was $24. This next one would have the same sell-through rate and ASP. It is a tooled leather Western belt as well, but it doesn't have an eagle on it. And it is smaller. This is a 34, I think. And it is made in the USA, top grain leather. And that one I am listing for $24. Because it is a little plainer. This next one, I would consider this brandable, maybe not this belt in particular, but Loeffler Randall. Even though this belt wasn't all leather, it's canvas and leather. I looked it up, and this was sold at Anthropologie. It's 100% cotton with cow leather trim. And I did find an Anthropologie listing for it. Might have a little bit of discoloration spots that I'll clean off. Y'all, the thing I use the most to clean stuff that I'm not washing in the washer is Folex. This stuff is great for getting spots off. It's carpet spot remover, but you don't have to rinse it. And I'll just take a baby wipe and kind of rub on it a little bit. Well, first I will try some tights. Get a little bit of the dirt off. And then I will do a baby wipe. And if that doesn't work, I'll spray a little Folex and rub on it with the baby wipe. Okay, so this is just a canvas and leather belt. Does it have a size on it? Extra small to small. I'm listing it for $30. It is the Mirren belt. And I don't think I had like a sell-through rate or anything on it. So I'm just kind of guessing based on that brand. And this next one is probably the best find with belts. It's a Coach. Can you see it? Yeah. Let me cover up my eyeballs. And the buckle looks good. It's a nice medium brown. And the holes aren't, super used. This looks like a small belt though. It is a medium. Nice thin belt, not too thin. I would say it's a medium width as well. I'm going to list this one for $30. Coach belts, leather belts, had a $25 ASP with a 31% sell-through rate. So a better sell-through rate than those others. I have a few more in here. Actually, I'm going to show this hat so I can get it out of the way. It's dusty, so I need to dust it off. But it is a down under pure wool. It says pure wool here. And then it has inside the hat band. I had to look like inside this to pull this out. It just says large, made in USA. So I like that it has a size, and I like that it's made in USA. I don't think there's any other tags in here. Down Under is the brand. It was kind of hard to look up comps with it. But I like this hat. It's way too big for me, but isn't that cool? You know me and hats in the thumbnail. I think I'm kind of cutting my head off a little bit. Okay, so cool black hat. I really like it. It doesn't have like indentations other than up here. It's kind of nice, huh? I'd like to get a hat like this in my size. Okay, so what did I say I was going to list that one for? Hat. Down Under wool hat. I'm going to list it for $32.96. Let me look at the ASP is $26. So I wanted to leave rooms for some offers, but I do think it's worth at least $30. I paid $216 for it as well. The sell-through rate was 22%. when I'm looking at sell-through rate, if I look at sell-through rate when I'm in the store, I would like to have at least 25. 30 makes me feel better. 50 is great. 50 is what other people might call 100%, but because it's calculated differently for some people. Basically, if you leave out the amount still listed in the bottom number of your, I think that's called the denominator, right? And that's what I've been calling it. If it's not, let me know. It's numerator and denominator, right? Or did they change math? Anyhow, if you leave it out, the existing still remaining to be sold, then you will get percentages over 100%, but you really can't sell more than 100% of your stuff. Right? Okay, this next one I thought was pretty cool. It's got these purple rhinestone stones. I don't know what kind of stones they are, but they're really pretty. They're all there, which is important. And then the belt is a floral Western style. This is the kind of belt that someone might wear to go to like the Houston Rodeo and Livestock Show when you've got your blingy outfits on. And I think I found a brand. Did I? Let's see. Let me just look in the draft because I'd have to get my reading glasses out and all that stuff. Blue Genie, that's the name of the brand. And I'm going to list it for $25. Didn't end up comping for a whole lot. $2.16 is what I paid for it as well. One more belt, I think, unless there's another one down there. This one was kind of the coolest belt. It's like a cinch belt. This one has no other holes than, like no other connectors than this main one. So you're going to need to have this exact size waist. And I believe this would be more like up high, like a natural waist, rather than, but if it was too big, it would look cute kind of around the hips too, you know? Just depends what look you're going for. So very cool leather belt with these metal, sort of kind of like conchos. Let's see what one. Do they have a brand? Yeah, it's called Avignon. Made in USA, genuine leather. I'm going to list this one at the highest at $50. And the sell-through rate was $36. I keep saying sell-through rate. The ASP was $36. The sell-through rate, 14%. What I have left in here are shoes. Shoes. And this might be the fastest video ever. So I might actually, I said I was going to do just shoes and belts and stuff, but I think I'm gonna have to grab another bag because otherwise it's gonna be too short. This is Olokai. I'm still picking up Olokai. You can also recognize it by that hook. And then it's on the back as well. These are men's, I believe. They also make women's, but this, what a lot of them do is they have this fold down heel. So people can use them kind of as a slip-on slide. You know, they've got Hawaiian names like the Laiahi. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, of course. These are a men's 9.5, European 42.5. And they were in pretty good shape. Just some little, you know, dirt to clean up around the edges. I'll use like a magic eraser on it probably, but I'm also not going to worry about whether it's completely white. You know, people are going to wear these on their feet and they're going to wear them outside. So yeah, you can wear them two ways there. The bottoms looked good. I have slowed down a little bit on picking up Olokai. They need to be in really great shape. I have found also that the sandals do well. So the Olokai Laiahi, if that's pronounced right, I'm going to list for $40. They have a $39 ASP, I said it right, and a 31% sell-through rate. I paid $4.32, and I'm gonna list for $40. Said that twice now, sorry. I do want to get these photographed today. All these shoes and belts. It's bulky things like this I want to get out of the way. All right, you might recognize these Converse, but they're a little bit different. See how the toe has this and that? They are Converse Jack Purcell. I believe he was some badminton? I can't remember. He was some guy back in the day. They have Jack Purcell here. These are more expensive than regular Converse. And I liked the condition. I liked the color and pattern. And I liked that they were a men's 8.5, women's 10. So I will list these, like in Poshmark, I will list these in the women's section. On eBay, I will list them in the women's, but then you can also mark them as unisex, which I like. I do like to pick up unisex Converse more than just like women's only. I think they sell a little bit better. I know me, I have wide feet and I can't wear regular Converse. Well, I can't wear Converse anymore at all, but when I did, I would always get the unisex ones. So these are in really nice condition. I've picked up Jack Purcell once before. They were leather. Those sell for more. These I'm going to list for $50 because this is called the pocket square design. I don't know why. And the color is called gooseberry. I saw only one other pair in a different size in this shoe that was listed, and they said it was rare. They must be right. I paid $8.11. I'm going to list them for $50. The ASP for Jack Purcell of all colors was $45, and the sell-through rate 25%. Okay, I didn't find this exact one in the price, but they retail for $70. So $10 to $20 more than regular Converse. Did I say I was listing them for $50? I think so. Well, this next one. These are either going to sell super fast or take forever. I don't think there's going to be an in-between. They're going to sell in like a week or two, or they're going to sell in a year or two. These are Crocs. You know, I like to pick up Crocs, especially unique ones like this. This is the Mega Crush, I think. Crocs Mega Crush sandal. And the reason I think they may take a while is because these are a men's 12. They are not a unisex, which is interesting. So I imagine they're probably wider than the women's. And they are men's, and they are a larger size of men's. So a larger men's size and a white platform sandal. That's probably not, you're not going to find this a lot. I didn't find any others in this size or anything online. So I'm going to list these for $60. And I do allow best offer. I paid up. I paid $16.23. That was half off. They had them listed high. The ASP for the Mega Crush is $36. So I'm, almost twice that. And the sell-through rate was 22%, but it's because of the size. Like I said, I'm either gonna sell fast or not at all. I don't know, what would that be in women's? Size 13, 14, something like that. This next one, all of these shoes, I was like, not extraordinary excited, except for one pair of boots that I would consider to be a bolo. I was excited a little bit, but I was like, how long am I going to have these shoes? Because I have some shoes I've had a long time. These are Cole Haan. They're in gorgeous condition. They are the Talibot ballet flat. And other than just a little bit of wear inside, They look great. They are a size 8. They are very soft leather. I used to wear these for work, and they were comfortable-ish because they're kind of squishy inside and flexible until just one day my feet could not handle them. And I sold both of my pair, but those did take a while. They're not rare online or anything, but they were listed or selling them pretty cheap. I'm gonna list mine for $30, and I paid, wait, I paid $8.11? So they didn't have them listed cheap? Why did I pay $8.11? I guess I paid $8.11. I'm listing them for $30. I thought they were like on sale for $5.99 or something. ASP is $22. Sell-through rate is 17%. So I probably made a mistake picking these up. They're very expensive. I remember when I bought mine, I did not buy them pre-owned. Let's see how much they cost these days. $470. Okay. And I had 2 pairs. I had a snake print pair and I had this pair, and they were the only ballet flats that I could wear, and I didn't want to wear heels. And then just one day, all of a sudden, my feet could not handle the lack of cushion in them, and so I stopped wearing them. But I wore them for a couple of years. $470. They were cheaper than that 10 years ago. They were still expensive. Oh, okay, next is this pair of Dansko. Dansko, and these are a sandal rather than a clog. And I don't know what material this is made out of. It does not feel like wood, so I imagine it's like, what's that plastic called? I can't think of it. These are a size 38, which I think is like a 7.5 or something. And they've got this cool leather, I would say chunky heel. I don't know what other keywords I'll use, but I think they're cute. They've got these studs on them. Dansko Daniela brown leather buckled heel sandals. I paid $16.23. Gretchen, what were you? Was I drunk? What's going on? Okay, I paid up for those. I'm going to list them for $50, and the ASP was $42. Sell-through rate 29%. I don't know. No. There's a little tiny baby shoe in here. I'm trying to get it. I've got them inside a black bag, and then they're navy shoes. It was very dark in there. This brand is called Elefanten, and they just remind me of like little German shoes. I don't know if Elefanten is German. They do have some wear here, so I'm going to market them as like play shoes. They are also, you know, very squishy, and then they have this great tread. So I'm going to market them as, you know, play shoes. Elefanten, and they have these cute butterflies. These were one of my last pickups too. I'm only gonna list them for $15. I paid $2.16. I have no sell-through rate on them, but the brand itself is a good brand. I just think kids beat up shoes probably don't sell well. This looks a lot worse in this lighting than it did in the store. All right, the last pair of shoes, and what I would consider a Bolo brand that I've never found before, is MISC. You're not going to get a whole lot from these, I don't think, but they seem to do well. MISC, New York City. Can you see that inside? MISC. These are a cute little side zip, black leather booty with this lace up detail. I didn't see any online with this lace up. I saw others with like a side detail. I didn't see those. These are called the Baxter. Are they size 41? Yeah. Size 41. What is that? I don't know what the 41 is. I can't remember, but they have leather lace up. Excuse me. I felt the leather and it felt like good quality leather, which is what made me look at them, because there's a lot of black booties out there. And I don't look at most of them, but I do go by and touch all the leather shoes. I'm going to list these for $50, and I paid $5.41. Thank goodness there was one pair of shoes I didn't spend like an arm and a leg on. I swear there was a pair of shoes that was $5.99, and that's why I got them. And it wasn't just these. Like, these were less. Let's not have gotten those. The ASP is $39, sell-through rate 9%. Boot season is still, you know, ramping up, right? No, it's November. It's in full swing. I don't know. We'll see. I've got some other booties too. Are booties just out? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, please. Okay, I'm going to put all these back in this bag. Roll it out of the way. I got this bag. It is not a hole pin, but it's works just like one. But it was half the cost, and it's very colorful, and I like it. And I got it from the website Natural Life, and it was my birthday present to myself. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna go get a coffee, and I'm gonna come back with another bag of stuff that I probably have not researched. So you'll be researching it along with me. What do you think? Sound good? I think I should get a hat like this for fall. I think people who wear hats look so cute, but then I wear a hat and I feel like, who am I? And why am I wearing a hat? Why do I think I need to wear this hat? I just want to wear this hat because I think it looks cute. I mean, there's no need to wear a hat like this. I'm not on a horse. I'm not going across the range. I'm not in a shootout. But you never know. You never know these days. All right. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, this is all stuff I have not processed yet, but I need to get it processed anyway. I picked up the shoes and belts on Wednesday. I picked up these things on Tuesday. I wanted to get out of the house on Tuesday last week, election day. If I don't post this right away, you'll know. Today is November 10th, and I invited my aunt because I thought it was going to be senior half off day. It was not. So everything was full price. But, you know, we're there. We're having a good time. We're looking around. Of course, I'm going to buy some stuff. So just keep that in mind. All of this was full price because I have no willpower. But I still thought the prices were pretty good and the items that I picked up were good. This is my favorite drink in the winter. I take those Keurig pods, the Starbucks peppermint mocha ones, and first I dump this is first of all a large mug, right? I dump a packet of Swiss Miss, no sugar added. It's got sucralose in it in the bottom. Brew myself a large cup of the Starbucks peppermint mocha, and then add some half and half to it. Stir it up. It's like a cheap version of the peppermint mocha at the store. And I am trying not to spend money out on coffees and things like that, or eat out as much, that type of thing. Okay, so we're gonna be researching this at the same time. I'll probably have to do a lot more editing, but that's okay. Or I can just let it run. But if I do that, maybe it will convince me not to over-research, which I do. As keep in mind, I've already looked this up when I was in the store, and then I'm going to probably look it up one more time when I list it. Okay, this first item is Design Today's. What a weird name. I picked this up for style because it was vintage. It's made in the USA, but the reason I do think it is vintage is mostly to do with this paper tag. So I think it's vintage. It's 100% linen, and it's very cool design. It's like that login look kind of style. Andy's just barking because he hears my voice. He's such a jerk. And it's got this cool embroidery on it. You can wear it multiple ways, I'm sure, like button it up or wear it down like this. Or you can button it all the way up. And I'll take pictures on the mannequin in multiple ways. It's got long sleeves. It's like a long length tunic. It's just really cool. And it's black. Yeah, it's black. Like, is it charcoal or is it black? It's black, but it's kind of got a sheen to it. So I would say that's probably pretty quality linen. The button down here is pretty cool too. I don't think I looked this one up actually, because I would remember design today. This was $5.99, and I did spend, you know, pay full price for everything here. There's one thing that was half off because it was, the half off color was white. And there are a couple of solds, $25, $30. Neither one is anything like mine. I think I'm gonna list mine for $50. You know, be damned what the solds say. If it ends up having flaws, which I think I see a little loose stitching down here, I may drop that. So I'm going to drop that to $45, $44.96. Sometimes I just go against what the comps are showing, especially when this is a not in season item. This one was also a gut. It was also $5.99. Oh, smells like perfume. Wash this. It says dry clean only, but 100% silk. Can't you wash that on delicate? I might try. This is a full length polka dot plus size. I think it's a size 16. 100% silk dress by, and it's vintage, by Neiman Marcus. It is made in Korea. A lot of vintage things are. And it is navy blue and like a cream polka dot. Buttons all the way down. So it is a shirt dress. It's got the collar and everything. And it has rolled up sleeves. They're tacked. You can't completely unroll them. And it's an A-line. It's just a classic. Very, very classic. It's got some like drag marks down here. I did not see that when I was in the store. So yeah, I'm gonna hand wash that. $19, $33. Maybe I'll list mine for $38.96 or $39.96, $38.96. This next one is a brand that I like picking up in plus size. It's Talbot's Woman 3X Pure Italian Wool, merino wool, and it's a classic cardigan. I paid $5.99 for it as well, and it is black. It has like a shawl collar. It's gonna be hard to show. Let me put it on. My knees. I'm getting my left knee surgery. There. Oh my God, so many little fuzzies flying around. Cute. So it's got like this dolman sleeve. I would call that a 3/4 sleeve. And a shawl collar. This wide knit. All right, so I am getting my left knee meniscectomy, where they basically cut off all the loose meniscus, on December 23rd. Merry Christmas to me. I can't remember if I mentioned that already. So I think this is a great classic plus size sweater. If it doesn't sell, hey, it fits me. And I do like to have a nice sweater around the office, home. When the AC comes on, I'm like constantly putting my sweater on and off, on and off. And a $32 ASP and a 32% sell-through rate is what I'm coming up with. So in the larger size, that's pretty good. And then the average listing price right now, I do like to look at that too, is $47. I'm gonna list mine for $39.96. So right, you know, in between there, but closer to the sold price than the listing price. Okay, next. This one, I didn't know this brand, Escape by Habitat Clothes. But it was new with tags, plus size, and it's made in Peru. So sometimes when things are made in a country that you don't see, like not China, you want to look it up. I think that's a 3/4 sleeve. Its color is peacock, and it kind of had a nice tag here. It's fabric. So I'm like, this looks like, I don't know, it was either purchased in the hotel online or in the hotel gift shop. I paid $7.99 for it. Let's see if it was worth it. Let's also see if that's going to leave a hole. Put these tags in there, and it does leave like a little pinhole. Ugh, so annoying. $22 ASP with a 3% sell-through rate. Maybe it wasn't worth $7.99. So I'm going to list it for $29.96 and move on. This one is a Draper James. Now, Draper James is also sold in Kohl's now, but it usually will say RSVP as part of the tag. This is a 1X. I paid $7.99. It's a floral maxi dress. A-line. Really cute. Does it have any ruching? No, it's just a plain like t-shirt maxi dress. I'm gonna list it for $30. So what I'm feeling like is I spent too much on bread and butter items. Like most of these are bread and butter, it feels like, and not, except for maybe that linen tunic. But I knew when I decided to go ahead and thrift anyway, when it wasn't 50% off day, that I was going to be taking more of a risk. This was $5.99, and this is the brand Universal Standard, which is the Khloe Kardashian brand, and it's a size extra small, which in their brand is like a 10. It's like a medium, I believe. It is a sleeveless, super soft, silky dress with this ruched side. I think it may even be asymmetrical at the bottom. It is, I think, once you put it on your body because of the ruching. And it's long and has that split. Looks like the ASP, the average listing price is $63 over on eBay, but there were no solds. I'm going to list it for $38.96 because mine's not a larger size. Moving on. Okay, this one is a bread and butter. This is figs, but it is also a size large in this top that fits kind of generously. And it was $3.99. Yep, $3.99. Figs is a brand of scrubs where it feels really great. You know, a lot of scrubs are so stiff. I don't know why they think they need to be so stiff. I see a lot of people at practices wearing this brand. Maybe it's a men's. Could it be a men's? It's got these pockets on the side. It is a men's or women's. No, it is a men's. The men's Chiswick 3-pocket scrub top. The doctors are so handsome on this side. Yeah, it's got the pockets on the side, probably to put like badge and that kind of stuff. Not to like, because they're like right here. You're not gonna walk around like this, you know. I guess you could. So it's a men's. Interesting. And this retails for $38. So keeping in mind that it's not like a huge retail item, but people do buy these. $23 is the ASP, 35% is the sell-through rate. I think that's good because, you know, it'll sell fairly quickly. And it's just one of those bread and butters where you know it's going to sell. May not sell for a lot, but you know it's going to sell. It's probably going to sell within a few months. It's going to bring you your money. You're not going to have to wait a long time. You're not investing a lot for it. It's a bread and butter. I'm going to do $24.96. And there we go. And it's in great shape. So I'm guessing the guy just didn't like it. This is a new with tag Catherine's dress, 4X. So a plus size, a maxi dress. Again, it's just one of those t-shirt dresses. I did pay up. I paid $9.99 because it is new with tags. And it's a maxi dress, but it's got this button detail down here. I think it's pretty cute. And you can unbutton it to make it a sexy split if you want. Ooh la la. You know, however much leg you feel like showing. And it's a beautiful magenta color, really soft fabric. Let's see what this is called. If it has a style name on this tag that I can look up. It retailed for $70. These two are similar enough, $30, and this one was an offer. The same one is listed for $35 in the same size on Poshmark. So I'll probably do $34.96. This next item, I paid $7.99. Who knows why they price things a certain way, because this one also is new with tag, but I don't think they saw the tag. It was not sticking out. It is a J. Jill 2X. And it is it was retailed for $129. It's plus size and it's velvet and it's green. It's going to be great for the holidays. I would say it's crushed velvet, but it's just really because it was in this bag. I need to steam it and let it hang out. Hush! That was just the clothing, honey. I made that noise with the clothes and she thought someone was knocking. So that's cute. It's like a maybe knee length, maybe right above the knees. And does it have a style name or anything? Prussian blue. That does not look blue to me. That looks forest green. What? I think that's green. Maybe teal. I think what people think teal is and what I think teal is totally different. I'm going to list mine for $44.96. Just a couple more items left. I think 3. This one is Eileen Fisher and it had no tags. But I mean, I felt the quality, y'all. First of all, I felt the quality. It's $5.99 is what I spent. Okay, and then I looked at the tag inside. If you sell Eileen Fisher, then you recognize this tag. And it says, we want our clothes back, even if they're worn or blah, blah, blah. That's Eileen Fisher. You can look up the RN number to confirm. It's organic linen and organic cotton. Most of it is organic linen. And it's got this stripe button detail. Does it unbutton? It does. It unbuttons all the way in the back. I wonder if you could wear this front or back. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see. So looking up organic linen, cotton, Eileen Fisher. $23.92 is the ASP and 12% is the sell-through rate. The active listing price is $35. So where does that leave me? $23, $35. I'm going to list mine for $32.96. And I don't know what size it is. Once I know, like, I don't think it's going to be a small. I think it might be a large. That's what I'm going to guess. But if it were a plus size, I would definitely leave it at that price. If it ends up being like small or medium, I might end up dropping it to $29.96. This one is very Y2K. South Pole. You got eagle, you got a crest, you got some curly barbed wire, you got truth and liberty. You've got some embroidery here. What does it say? It says South. Maybe it doesn't say South Pole. What in the S-O? What the fuck does it say? See, I would think that says South Pole in there, even though it's very faded. All right, I'm gonna have to do image search, because that doesn't look like P-O. Could that be the P? It's missing? I guess, is it missing some stitches? What does that say? Okay, y'all. I don't know. There's this, and then look at this. Is this like a knockoff? Is this, what is happening? I don't know what's happening with this shirt. I mean, this definitely looks like South Pole just worn off. And it was a 2X. Oh. The South Pole is like under the crest. Okay, that one sold for $18. So I'm gonna list mine for $25. Okay, it's probably 90s, not Y2K, but I'll put 90s and Y2K in there because that's still carried over into the 2000s. This was $5.99. This is Rachel Roy, and I think I got this for myself. I'm gonna try it on. If I might not like this flutter sleeve thing, but I loved the colors. So if I like the way it fits, which I have a feeling I won't, I will keep it, but let me look it up to see what I could sell it for. $12 with a 5% sell-through rate with those terms. $18 average listing price. I'm going to do $25.96 because, you know, that was all sizes. This is a plus size. What did it sell for? I clipped it off and didn't pay attention. I think that was $5.99. Okay, that's everything now. Thank you for sitting through the research part of it. I hope that was actually helpful or interesting in any way. I'm going to go get my lunch, and then I'm going to get started on a load of laundry, I think, if it's open. I think my husband's doing laundry. And start working on those shoes and belts. Probably the belts first, or the hat first. Then the belts, then the shoes, and get those things listed because I think they're good fall. I think that, yeah, I think it's a good fall stuff. And then probably next the new with tags. I need to steam those items and get some laundry going. So I hope you guys have a great day and just keep listing.